Today on the channel, fresh out of Arkham Asylum, the McFarlane Toys Killer Croc.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another McFarlane Toys unboxing and review. And today, we got a big boy. We got him fresh out of Arkham Asylum. We've got Killer Croc. But remember, for all your McFarlane toy needs and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So today, Killer Croc here at the table, shipping now from a lot of retailers, so pick them up to pay the long game, whatever you got to do. But we're going to take a look at Killer Croc, and also Man Bat should be shipping fairly soon as well. Of course, Clayface has already shipped. We unboxed him on the channel. We also unboxed Overkill. All four of those kind of deluxe figures kind of shipping all around the same time. So very interesting times with these McFarlane toys. Now this is Killer Croc from the Arkham Asylum video game. Now I gotta remember back, using the old mental Rolodex, I believe that was the last video game I played. Can you believe that? Just no time when you get kids and your job's very busy. You got life, you got a lot going on. You gotta mow the yard sometimes, you know how it goes. Have not had time for video games, unfortunately, since then. When I do retire, I am hoping to set aside time to finally play more video games. So we'll see what happens when that day comes. Hopefully we'll be here on YouTube to document the whole process. We'll see if that happens. Probably not. But anyways, this one, very cool, very interesting. It does harken back to that. I don't know if this is the most iconic version of Killer Croc, as he's had a few different looks over the years, but still cool enough. And you know old Kyle, he's sucker for a big figure. And we'll see how this one squares up against some other McFarlane toy big figures and a special friend as well later on in this unboxing. But of course, we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other ones on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And you might never know where it might go. It might go right off the rails, and that happens from time to time as well. DC Multiverse Killer Croc. You got his stand back there. You got his trading card. You got him looking big and beefy. I don't know if I would necessarily say, oh, that's Killer Croc. You know, like I said, he's had a couple different incarnations over the years. You could use him for maybe different things. Maybe just a big crocodile-type henchman or a big bad guy in the background. You could even mix him in possibly with some of your Marvel Legends. So I think this is a nice multiplayer figure here. It's a little bit, you know, you can play a lot of positions, a lot of different positions. Arkham Asylum, Killer Croc right there. On the side, DC Universe. There's Killer Croc again. In the back, a little like mugshot or like a movie poster shot. Very interesting there. We know all the detail is on the card, which I think there should be some detail on the package. But what's old Kyle know? What's Kyle know about it? Not much. Let's yank him out. There he goes. And I got to pull all this out to get the card. It's always a lot of work here. Get the card out. There it is. Get the stand out. There it is. And we're off to the races here in a second. And there it is. See you later. There it goes. All right. Get that. Get that. How about a little plastic prison? Oh, my gosh. He's a big, heavy boy. He's heavier than I thought he was going to be. There he is. Maybe he could be in your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle playground, too. You never know. You know, I guess that's Leatherhead. He could be a jacked-up version of Leatherhead for you. You know, as we always say on the channel, choose your own adventure. Choose what you want to do. See you later off to the side. I think I got him out. Let's see. Oh, there it is. He's out. He's ready to play the game like a young Triple H. See you later. Goodbye. We do get the stand here. We've seen these many a times. Nothing new there. We do get the card for Killer Croc. Old Waylon Jones. Not quite old Waylon Jennings, but close enough to be dangerous. Waylon Jones. Born with a rare mutation that made his skin green and scaly and grew his body to grotesque proportions, Waylon Jones was raised by an abusive aunt and bullied relentlessly for his appearance. He briefly worked as a carnival freak under the name Killer Croc, but his misanthropy grew, as did his bestial nature, pushing him to a life of crime. As his physical condition and mental state deteriorate, Killer Croc becomes a more bestial foe, increasingly detached from humanity. And we're all there sometimes. We're all there sometimes. But Killer Croc, a big, heavy dude, a big, heavy figure, a lot heavier than I anticipated it to be. I will say right there, we got some looseness in that right arm. Very strange from the McFarlane of old. It's not terrible for sure, but it does have a little bit of looseness there. So I wanted to make sure I noted that, let everybody know. But man, this is a good hunk of plastic. This is actually better than anticipated on looking here and having it in hand. Sometimes, like Clayface, who we talked about, he felt very hollow. He felt big but hollow. This isn't as big as Violator or something like that, but he's got a little weight to him, and that's what I want with these deluxe figures. They got to have some weight. I don't want to be able to knock him over with a gust of wind, you know? And he feels that way. And of course, this is him from Arkham Asylum. It's all coming back to me. I remember him there. We're going to break it down. We're going to break this whole figure down here. Now, he's got this silver kind of necklace going on there. It's like a chain, you know, like they were holding him prisoner and stuff. So he has that around there. It is not movable, isn't going anywhere, anything like that. We do have the head on him. The head can spin all the way around if you need to. That's about it. No up and down, just kind of side to side spinning around. Good Killer Croc here. A little bit of a dark wash on the forehead and around the eyes. Nice yellow eyes. And then the teeth are really the maniacal crazy thing going on here. He's got long, long teeth. I wish the mouth opened. That would be a really cool one. And then he's got spikes around his chin. But I wish the mouth opened. That would be a nice little touch for this Killer Croc for sure. Arms, you get all around. Like I said, a little bit loose in the right. Definitely more loose in the right than the left arm. But it's not terrible, but it could loosen up more over time. We'll see if that happens. Okay, I was going to say, is there no elbow articulation? There is. Not a ton of elbow articulation, but at least it's there. You get a little forearm, kind of leather forearm guard there with the little silver studs going on. And then you get the hand. Oh, can we get some? You can get some side to side with the hand. Of course, he's got a fist. He's a Killer Croc. He better be throwing some fists, and of course he is. You get the nice scaly pattern throughout, and you even get like kind of the spikes on the back like a typical crocodile would have, as we're very familiar with crocodiles here on the channel, as we all know. You get more of a maniacal grasping hand. That's a perfect 1-2 punch here. A maniacal crazy hand. You can claw, pick up people. You got some fists to put some hard times on somebody. I like the looks of that a whole lot. Hula hoop waist, not a ton going on. You get a little bit down here as well. He does get a little bit of that Cygor diaper going on. It blends in fairly well, but it's definitely there. It's got some squishiness to it. He does got a rope around him right here, like he's a hobo jumping on the trains. But it's kind of like an orange jumpsuit from Arkham Asylum, I think is what it is. He's got going on there. But that looks pretty good. I do like the orange, especially against this green, how that goes. He's got his shackles on his feet here that he broke free from. I like that. And then you got the really dirty wash down here at the bottom, like he's troubling through sewers. He's walking through there. It's all wet on the bottom of his jeans. That is a good attention to detail. Man, this figure is a lot better than I had expectations for. I wasn't so sure what to think about this one, but I do like it. And I really do feel like you could mix this with different toy lines. And that's always something that's really fun to do. Especially for some of you figure photographer people out there. Some of you real creative types can do that. Double jointed knees, I don't know if I mentioned that. We do have pins going on both the elbows and the knees. Of course, you've got to have that toe articulation. McFarlane, he can't give you a figure without that toe articulation. But holy cow, is this a big, meaty boy? I like this guy. I like this as far as my Crocs go. And like I said, we've been talking a lot of Crocs on the channel recently. Of course, we've got Croc Master, who might need to boss Killer Croc around. Maybe, you know, like I said, mixed toy lines. This could be Killer Croc's new pet. He could be moving him around. You could, you know, doing that. Or you can get Croc Master, I should say, get his crocodile here. So you can kind of scale these guys together and have a little crocodile party right here. Who knows? Old Fiona in the house, Croc Master. Looking good. I really do like this Croc Master. We just unboxed this G.I. Joe Classified on the channel recently. Check out that review. Don't want to miss that, but thought I'd pull that one out. But I figured Clayface would be a good way to start. Of course, you could pre-order both these guys at the same time. You can see how they kind of scale against each other. It's pretty close weight-wise. I'd say it's the same. Clayface may have a hair more, as he's a little bit heavier on the bottom half than he is on the top half. But still, very, very good. I wasn't really jazzed up and really hyped about this one. I like this one more. I have to tell you, I like this one a little bit more. We could put him against another one. How about a little shark action there? So you can kind of compare some height sizes, some differences going on there. And then, of course, why not the McFarlane Andre the Giant? Why not? Let's see Killer Croc and Andre square off on a battle. We'll see who could possibly win that one. And then the final one I have, I believe this is the GameStop exclusive version of Swamp Thing. He is very, very tall, but I'm okay with that because Swamp Thing is one of those guys who can be as tall as he wants to be. when he wants to be, so that's okay for me. But you can kind of see some height comparisons, some of these large McFarlane figures, and you guys know things I love. I love face paint, I love masks, I love hairy bipedal creatures, and I love big action figures, so that's what Killer Croc, he fits in that big action figure that I'm looking for, and I got to figure out what I'm exactly going to do with him. I might keep him on my McFarlane shelf, or I might get adventurous. I might move him into something else, maybe even Marvel Legends. Who knows? As Swamp Thing takes a dive for the old Killer Croc. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? What are your thoughts on this Killer Croc? You packing it in? You passing on it? What are you thinking? You going to pick this one up? I think you probably should. I could see playing maybe a little of that long game. You might be able to get some sales somewhere if you are so inclined. But this one is much better than expected, and I think it is worth a pickup. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And while you're here, make sure you like the video. Give it the old thumbs up. You made it this far. You might as well. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bells. We're unboxing tons and tons of stuff, as you guys know, here on the channel. And you don't want to miss out. Notification bell will let you know when a new video drops. And then, of course, follow along on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, support the channel. And your best way to support the channel on Patreon, link in the description below. You can get this video much earlier than traditional YouTube. Bonus content, giveaways, exclusives, a lot going on the Patreon. And best of all, you get to support the channel. So for McFarlane Toys and Killer Croc, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.